insidious forms of child neglect is a parent who's not pursuing their own dreams and potential. And then you start projecting those limiting thoughts and beliefs onto your children unknowingly. Slowly but surely it leaks out of you. And you start shrinking what life is, what their potential is. And you install these belief systems in your kids, because most things your kids will get from you are caught, not taught. They catch it. And if they catch the fact, if you're raising a child right now and you know in your heart, I'm not pursuing my vision, I'm not pursuing my potential, I'm not all over my dream, you're neglecting your children when you do that. The second chapter of the book, The Power of One More, is about identity. And I talk about what your identity isn't. I made the mistake, like a lot of people do. My identity was linked to what I did or what I achieved. If it's contingent on that, you're setting yourself up for a big bunch of failure instead of who you are. And this self-confidence thing, the truth is, it's an internal game. I give like a bunch of tips in the book on self-confidence, but one of them is you got to keep the promises you make to yourself. That's baseline. Self-confidence is a reputation with oneself. And if you don't have confidence, because you don't have a good reputation with you, because I don't naturally have any self-confidence. I wasn't raised feeling great about myself. And that's where I came up with the power of one more. What if not only did I keep the promises I made to myself, but I always did one more? I'm going to make 10 contacts today. Now I make one more. I'm going to tell my daughter I love her today. Nope, I'm going to do it one more. I'm going to go to the gym and do a set of 10. Nope, I'm doing one more. I'm doing 30 minutes on the treadmill. Nope, I'm doing one more. And you start stacking up these one mores in your life, you become a different human being over time. You are much closer, and you've proven this. You are the transitions you've made. You are much closer to your dream than you think you are. And because you think it's far away, you have a depth perception issue, not a vision issue. It's depth perception. You think it's so far away, you behave like it, and you don't see the things around you. Here's the truth. You're one decision away from a different life. One relationship, one meeting, one thought, one podcast, one emotion, one book away from a different life. I have a chapter in the book called Busting Open the Piñata. It's the magic of compound pounding, which is what you're saying. You're making invisible progress most of the time, but you don't know it. And so it occurred to me, I'm at this 5-year-old's birthday party. They're hitting this piñata, the kids. First kid pounds the piñata, no candy comes out. Second kid hits it, no candy comes out. Third kid, no candy comes out. Now some of the kids are starting to quit and get disinterested. About the sixth kid gets up, hits it one time, bam, all the candy comes out, everybody celebrates. That's how life is. You're making invisible progress. They were breaking down. The last hit didn't break the piñata. The cumulative hits broke the piñata. But most people won't stick around long enough for whatever the proverbial candy is, the relationship, the body, the money, the business. As they're making these compound pounds, you're making progress. It's just invisible over time. So there's a piñata analogy in our lives. We think it's going to happen as quickly, and it's so big. Just keep taking swings. I know that sounds sort of like rah-rah. It's not. You're making progress invisibly. The truth is, when my dad got sober, I wrote one more because my dad tried one more time to get sober. When my dad got sober, I said, Daddy, are you going to stay sober the rest of your life? He goes, I don't know. I'm going to stay sober for one more day. And so if you're thinking about quitting whatever you're doing, just don't quit for one more day. You don't have to make a lifetime commitment to something, right? You have to just not do it for one more day. You know, a lot of people don't want to do what it takes to win. They'd rather have fun. They would rather have fun. And I was telling my son the other day, I said, Max, he's a golfer, he's a college golfer. I said, Max, remember what Dad's telling you right here. Winning is more fun than fun is fun. And it's a fact, man. You win, that is more fun than any empty fun you think you're going to have. Do the things other people aren't willing to do, man. And when you win, that's 1,000 times more fun than at the club or watching Netflix or laying around eating Cheetos. Winning's more fun than fun is fun.
Just like how I could post, hey everybody, let's do some burpees on my page for our people. Let's fucking do this. And I get 500 fucking messages. Come on. It was the same way in prison. It was the same way everywhere I went because I fucking live it to a T. We only should seek a leader who actually incorporates his teachings. That's it. Yeah. That's all you should fucking look for. Is this man really incorporating his teachings? Because that's what we don't have. We don't have an education issue. We have an application issue. Your teacher, your guide, your motherfucker, your mentor has to be fully applying what he teaches for you to have the faith in it. And then his group has to be applying it to a T. Get way passionate remembering the stories of being in prison and being incarcerated and then thinking about where we're at now. Like, I'm going to leave my penthouse now in my Ferrari F8 that I bought cash. And I'm going to drive it back over to my mansion in Rancho Santa Fe that's 9 acres. That's a just compound. I'm just going to walk by my 9 other exotics that are all paid for cash. I'm just going to let it resonate that we ain't even started. and who gives a shit? Take all this shit. Take it all. You can't take the intrinsic worth I've put in my soul from the work I've done every day. And that's what a true entrepreneur is. That's what a true man is. Someone who validates himself with the work. And I always have people who have trouble finding their validation in other places. I'm like, you only validate yourself with your habits and the work, not the result. The man who validates himself with the work and the habits over the result itself, he can't be stopped. People don't understand conscious auto-suggestion. What are you saying? When you're in prison for a long time, your mental witness is so sharp because there's no distractions. So your mental witness, you're watching your thoughts and emotions and everything take place all day. So I've become a master of that mental witness, and I've learned to just stand back and watch my mind work to where I just make sure my daily habits are non-negotiable. Boom, they're set. I'm doing them. I don't give a they're done. And then I just watch my thoughts all day and make sure they're aligned with sticking to everything I need to do and constructing deeper topics, which is the bread and butter of my business, that I'm a deeper thinker and I'm actually a thought leader in the group of people that are my people. I wake up every morning so angry that I could give a about anything I've done. And all I equate that to is what we think is our greatest weakness is actually our greatest strength once we denounce it. So strength is built through restraint. When I restrain that anger and I chip away at that anger with positive acts, it slowly goes away. And the law of polarity will state that someone who does not know the depths of hell cannot know heaven. And so I know the depths of anger and frustration every day. So I reach gratitude and elation at a different degree most people could ever understand. So I really believe people live so weak with so little intensity, with so little commitment that they can't know these two ends that I know. And they'll never be able to reach that level until they take themselves into these places that I've took myself, not meaning prison, meaning within. I coach from compassion and compression, but I'm the opposite. The person who's weaker and is struggling, they need you to compress them. The people like us, we need the compassion because nobody cares about us at the top. Yeah. One of the most famous people on the planet, everyone knows who he is, called me the other day. He said, Wes, how you doing? I said, good. What's up, bro? What's up? And he's like, you good? And I'm like, I'm winning. You know I'm winning. You see me winning. He's like, nobody ever checks on us. Remember that. And this is like the most famous person on the planet. Nobody ever checks on us, Wes. I said, so I'm on your level? He's like, of course you are. And he goes, remember that. Nobody checks on us. And I'm like, that was real. So that's a long time ago I adapted that, but I knew it was confirmed then that the top people, who people don't give any leeway to, they just assume we're good, they need the compassion. And the people at the bottom who are just always everyone's always accommodating their shortcomings because they're weak, which is disgusting. They need to be compressed as a
I just get from my wife every now and then. You're just so hard on the kids. You're just so hard on employees. Because I've got look, you can't fix stupid. You can control what you can control. You put in your efforts. Everything's about effort. Everything's about drive. Everything's about believing in yourself, having confidence. If you have zero confidence, you're not going to do shit. And so, no, nothing. It's all you have. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anything else. And I tell my girls like this. Wife sometimes says, you got to learn empathy and sympathy. I'm like, the I do. My strength is what I am. It might be my weakness, but that's who the I'm built to be.
See, the thing is, the biggest thing is that love ain't lies. So you're not showing them love by lying to them. And if their facts fit something that's detrimental to them, you better show it to them. Because this conflict avoided is going to multiply. So you have to just cut it where it's at. If you love someone, you won't lie to them. I'm like what you call a sapiosexual. I'm really attracted to intelligence. So if someone found something out that I couldn't figure out, they trumped me. I'm like, oh, that I have to figure out the next thing. And I always dig deep on systems. I'm a real systems person. I always say, you'll never rise to your goals. You fall to the strength of your system. So I create systems that are so bulletproof, they can't fail. Only you can fail at doing them. This system is bulletproof. Now we just have to have you do it. Now that's a mindset and a psychology issue, which I can fix.
It seems like no matter how well you do, Wes, no matter how far you go in life, people like us, you're never satisfied, right? You're still hungry, right? You can continue to eat, you can continue to buy the cars, you can get the mansion. It's still not enough. And it's not that arrogant, but I have a rule here. It's called AGB, always getting better, 1% every day. So if a year from now I'm 365% better, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop and let everybody else pass me up. I got to be another 365% better the next year. And you just keep going and you just keep going.
Yeah.
And what you mentioned earlier is kind of that mindset.
Yeah, happily dissatisfied. I'm happy as I'm proud as of myself. But I'm going to sit there and resonate on it and jack off about it all day. I'm going to get right back. I only go for the feeling. So I don't care about the result. I go for the feeling of
it's the win. It's the hunt.
The win. Hey, you can't stop me. Can't stop me. I'll be there again. They're like, how do you have so much business, Wes? I'm like, first off, I built my whole following organically, the real way. Didn't miss a post for over 5 years on multiple platforms. Not once. And it's like, they're just not willing to put in the work on the days that they don't want to work. Because why? They're selfish. I'm not selfish. I live for the world. F me. Fuck Wes Watson. F him. Like, f his ass. Nobody gives a f about that, especially me. That's why I'm successful. Because I don't give a f about me. Like, wear me to dry every day. Wring me out. Just leave me as bones on the floor at the end of this day. But don't leave me having too much energy when that day ends to sit there and beat myself up about what the f I didn't do, like every other man on this planet who has too much energy that he's not using.
I think if God gives you that gift of energy, you got to use it. You got to put it to work. And I love how you said you got to show everybody what you've got, because there are people out there that need to know you're real. They need to know, like, hey, I'm a real that's a real I can do this. It's not given to them. And I think you're right. I never looked at it that way. As the more egotistical people are the ones that hoard everything and don't post and don't share. I never looked at it that way. So that's knowledge I'm picking up.
Dude, it's all about them. I'm like a perfect storm. I don't listen to mankind. Like, I don't listen to anything anyone's doing down here. I won't even really listen to people unless they fully, like, match the checklist of what I need to see to listen to them. So that's why I show everything I have, because I need to see it. I need to see it to believe you. Like, I need to see the Stripe account that you really made that this month. And I want to know how much you profited. There's too many of these 20% profit, 9-figure and I'm a 90% profit, 8-figure multi 8-figure. So what? We're way different. We ain't the same. My clean because I'm smart and I can operate a different way. But that being said, I really know that the fact of this whole thing is that we have to create the person that we would listen to. Like, I'm the guy I would listen to, and that's why it works.
Yeah.
If you would listen to Mr. Rogers with a button up, hey, Wes, we're coming to entrepreneur class today. I can't even hear that shit.
I know.
I'm like, what? I don't want to be like you. If I listen to you, will I end up like you? Well, that. I ain't doing none of this shit. I'm gone.
You're right, though. You're right, man. And the too boring. You got to keep it real and authentic.
Imagine you're like from prison and you're just, and you've been out 5 years. And you're walking out the gym and everybody has to see you walk out to a new crazy ass car each day and just know that this dude's murking it. Like, and then I can teach them all for $3,000 or $7,000 how to change their life completely. Like, I have a kid, he signed up the other day for 6 months at 12.5. Like, 2 hours after our first call, he made $1,500. And now I'm going to ride with him for life, like guiding him. And he's going to be, I'm just building these dudes who just get it. And what are they peddling? They're telling you to quit drinking. They're telling you to stop doing drugs. They're telling you to wake up early. They're telling you to work out, be positive, read, like, understand your internal state and like your energy within and give good energy to people. We're selling the best product known to man, which is healing, bro. And teaching others to do the same. We're not doing it as some granola eating lames who are not who we want to be. Like sitting there by a stream all, oh, this is how you manifest. You have to manifest by doing the goddamn work. Like the who has the highest level of self-mastery, he'll manifest everything. Because guess what? He won't negotiate with the work that needs to be done to make it happen in the real world. A lot of are all spiritual bypassing. They think it's okay to like care so much in God or the universe or whatever the they believe in, to where they don't have to do some real work in the real world. It's like you're supposed to be so spiritually inclined that you run by universal laws, they govern you, and you actually have a tangible result on this plane to then guide other people down here, because that's the goal. Like, create entities being created to then orchestrate a massive change down here by truly emphasizing what the moral guidances of an upright man are.
Amen to that, dude.
A lot of people think they're suffering from adversity, and really they're just not getting their way and crying about it. There's a big difference between adversity, true adversity, and just not getting your way and being a whiner about it.
Amen to that. Yo, Stormy's in a lot of things, which is exciting because a lot of people just kind of do one thing. Do you got ADD? Because I got ADD and I like to sprinkle dust places. Do you have ADD?
No, I call it ADB, attention deficit benefit. It's a benefit for me. It's not a disorder. I don't have no disorders. Every day is a new day to heal whatever trauma could have happened yesterday. So that's my biggest challenge, to make sure that no matter what, I don't get comfortable, and I know that there's another layer to me. You know, a lot of people get stuck in one aspect of who they are, one perspective, one place, one position, one title. But I'm really focused in this season of my life and making sure I embrace the totality of Stormy, unapologetically. Like, I don't care what you may think of me. There's multiple layers to me. I'm multifaceted, multidimensional. So that's one thing. And then as an entrepreneur, a lot of entrepreneurs, such as myself, we came up in environments where we didn't see successful entrepreneurs. My mom was a street entrepreneur. So, of course, I'm thinking that the only way I could be an entrepreneur is if I did something illegal. I never saw a legal business structure in my family. I never saw anybody run a real business and pay taxes and have payroll and, reorder inventory or whatever. I never saw that. So I had to do a lot of work and learn from a lot of mentors and coaches to become the woman that I am today in terms of entrepreneurship as well. It's two fears. There's a fear that makes you stop, and there's a fear that makes you go. And I decide to be driven by the fear that makes me go. And the fear that makes me go is that I don't want to stop living this lifestyle. Like, I love my lifestyle. I love waking up when I finish sleeping. I love being able to help people. I love being able to serve people. I love being able to grow with my authenticity and then go back and help people. So I'm just helping the person that I used to be, and I refuse to go back to the person that I used to be. Listen, authenticity carries the highest frequency. So the more authentic you are within yourself, the higher your attraction power, your magnetism is going to be, and that's going to help you to acquire whatever level of success you're desiring.
Amen to that. Very well said. And I love you talk about comparison's the thief of joy. My wife says that all the time.
I mean, number one, comparison is the thief of joy. The more you compare yourself to somebody else, the more you're going to steal your own joy. So be careful the things that you create for yourself. I think it's beautiful you see a woman and she looks good. Instead of being jealous or trying to be like her, look at her and say, wow, she's beautiful. She is real to me and I could look like that. I'm always affirming. Like, if I see something that I like, I would say, wow, look at that house. That is real to me and I can have that house. Or like yesterday, I went to a beautiful hotel and I love the ambiance of the hotel. And the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm saying, wow, this is real to me and I can have this in my penthouse. So I instead of looking at somebody and trying to be like them, admire, inspire, go do the work to create that feeling for yourself. So if that's lose weight, if that's go learn something, if that's get rid of somebody, if that's change your clothes, if you like a girl, her hair or her body, go do it. Now, be careful that you're not trying to be a Photoshop version of somebody in your real life. I think pain will teach you what pride won't allow you to learn. I think that pain is just an indication that it's something that you need to do. I think it was the Army. Is it the Army that says pain is weakness leaving the body? Yep. So pain to me is a beautiful thing. Most of us learn from the pain. We grow from the pain. It's not, we don't learn how to ride a bike because we got on it and we just pedal correctly. We learn to ride a bike when we fall and we skid our knees so much. We like, okay, I'm sick of this. Yeah. We don't learn how to love until we learn what it feels like to be disappointed and to be used or to be manipulated. And then we figure out how to love because we got sick and tired of something. So pain to me has been major pivots for me. Every pain point created a pivot for me. So I embrace pain. I appreciate pain. Pain is my friend. And so long as I feel like pain is my friend, pain can never conquer me. And so that's just my attitude. And, I come from some very treacherous beginnings. So I can't let nothing destroy me. I watched my mom take her last breath. So what worse pain can you experience than watching your mom take her last breath? So nothing really hurts me that bad these days because that was the hardest thing that I ever had to experience. Timmy, give it to me.
I'm going to give it to you, girl. So the difference between a cow and a buffalo, when a storm comes, the storm is coming through. A cow sees the storm, turns around and tries to run away from the storm. A buffalo sees the storm, puts his head down and runs right through the storm. The reason why the cow is running away from the storm is they're running away from their problems. They're running away from their fear. They're running away from their anxiety. They're letting things control them. They're nervous. They're scared. All of the bad stuff is chasing them, and it just never seems to end. They're in that storm or battle so much longer. Where a buffalo runs through it, and they see the light, they see the blessing, and they get through that storm. They face it head on. I did a TED talk about it, of how important it is for us to have like a buffalo mindset and not be like a cow and run from something, but run towards it. And so your personality, when you're like, I embrace pain, it went ding. It exactly is like a buffalo mindset. Let me get through this mess and this nonsense to get to where I need to go.
Pain is my friend. I'm the buffalo. You know what? You right. Cows, you could look at a cow and a cow get to running. I'm the buffalo. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.